12 days ago, I ordered a WeMacro slider from China, and I thought it would be interesting to do a box opening on it to see how well it's packed and in what condition it arrives in. There are a couple things that have me worried about this box. The first is that on the side that there is a Shanghai Research Institute of Chemical Industry Testing Center sticker on there that says that the magnetic field strength observed at a distance of 2.1 meters is less than whatever is used to measure that. And then on the bottom, there's DHL tape that shows that the box has been repacked. So I hope everything in there that I ordered is in there and that it hasn't arrived damaged. So I'm going to go ahead and open the top of the box. And there's everything in the box. Yeah. There's everything in the box. Have a stabilizer for putting on extension tubes for microscope objectives. Some foam. Here we've got a battery box that allows the slider to, I guess, be used outdoors. I actually have another one of these that holds 4 cells. I'm not going to mess around with getting that open, but there's a charger and there's a DC cable in there. I imagine we'll run it without needing wall power. And what's in here? This, I'm assuming, is the control box for the stepper motor. Got DC power in, a switch, and I believe that's for the camera control. I think this might be aluminum or something like that. Seems pretty nice. And more stuff. It seems that there's a bunch of foam on the bottom, which is good, thick foam. So an AC adapter. It seems cheap. I was kind of expecting that. Just an off-the-shelf component. I don't know if you've ever ordered any third-party chargers or anything like that, or cheap AC adapters, but it falls in line with that. I got some M42 extension tubes. I'm pretty sure that they don't manufacture these themselves, but my thought was that they might have access to better quality stuff in China, or they might choose vendors that provide better quality, because if you ever purchased camera adapters or other cheap accessories from China, the quality can vary quite a bit. Some of them are unusable and some of them work pretty well. I think that this is a bunch of different adapters that I got to try. Oh, they actually have their name silk screened on them. I was not necessarily expecting that. I imagine that these are more expensive, so M42 to RMS and an M26 to M42. I'm hoping that the threads on these are nice, so I get good results with them. I think that this is a tripod plate, and I believe it is. So quick release tripod adapter that locks. Dual locking, has the D-ring in there and everything. You know, the edges feel fine. Not crazy about the screw mount, and it's a little dinged up right there. Not super crazy about it, but we'll keep going. And I believe that I got my packing list. More adapters. What is going on with these? Pretty much ordered everything on the site to give people an idea what's going on. 42 to 49 millimeter and something here. I'm not even sure. Put that down. And finally, so here's the connection cable. I guess this goes from the control box to the slider. Some nylon support screws, some USB adapters, some cables. I forget what, so I guess an extension cable. This is my cable for Nikon and another shutter extension cable. So 2 of those, I guess. USB cable. I believe that this can be controlled with a computer. A cheap little stand for holding a specimen. This is, I feel like I might be able to snap the legs in half. It's pretty cheap, but probably usable. And finally, the slider. And it's actually sealed in the bag. Cut it open. And there's the slider. It actually feels pretty nice. There's some finish issues right by the stepper motor. Nice to have all the mounting options. You can see the threading. Actually looks pretty nice. And, oh, a nice little card. A parts list, I'm imagining that's instructions. And let me see if there's anything else. Wow, thanks for choosing WeMacro. You're welcome, that's pretty nice. What a nice touch. It's almost like ordering something from Japan. I think that this is just foam in there. Yep, just foam. Here's everything in the box laid out. The stuff in front are things that are accessories that I ordered, but the macro rail comes with the control box, a bunch of cables, the charger, the specimen stand, and the battery box, which I got open. Just have to push it a little bit, and the battery box takes 3 18650 batteries. I have 3 right here that I harvested from power banks that I had that stopped working, and I also have another holder. This one holds 4, a little easier to get open. I'm sure the guts are pretty much the same. I'll probably end up using that one for the extra battery life. But there's everything, so I'm going to go get it set up, use it a few times, and then I'll come back and make another video on setup, and eventually, after I use it enough, make a review of how I feel about the slider. So make sure to subscribe to see those, and I will catch you in the next video.